Welcome students. Till last class we have discussed the horizontal curves that is used to provide super elevation, and in horizontal curve it is provided an extra widening. Apart from that we have another curve, that is transition curve. This curve is considered because in almost all time we cannot provide a circular curve on the horizontal alignment. Sometimes it is necessary to provide a transition curve in the horizontal alignment, is because it is not capable to provide a super elevation on particular radius, and it is not capable to provide an extra widening in particular alignments in particular situations. In such conditions we have to consider the transition curve. So what is this transition curve then? The transition curve is a curve having having a radius which decreases from infinity at the tangent point. Say it is considering tangent point, it is decreases from infinity at the tangent point to a designed radius of a circular curve. So here there will be two curves, that is circular curve, transition curve and straight line. That means a transition curve is located in between circular curve and tangent point, that is straight point. So the necessary to provide this horizontal transition curve is to the rate of change of radius of a transition curve will depend on certain equations. There are certain its shape, right? So here based on this shape and based on the equation and the objective of providing this transition curve that may be understood. Right here the object of providing the transition curve may be, suppose a curve of radius r takes off. Say let us take an example. Right, so let us take an example over here. In the path we have to travel in a circular motion, right? So here whenever an alignment is considered in this pattern, say it is considered to be r, right? Again it will be again r only when it is a circular path, right? But in transition curve it will not be same the radius at tangent point and at the radius point. So here suppose a curve, say considering this curve, a curve of radius r takes off from a straight road. Say for example it is considered straight road. From this straight road it is taking off, it is not traveling straight, it is taking off from this straight line, and suddenly it is need to diverge from this straight line. In that case the centrifugal force which acts on the body of the vehicle will be that will act suddenly on the body of the vehicle, so that sudden apply of that centrifugal force on the body, the vehicle will get move away from the circular curve, that is on the circular path. So in this case the vehicle will feel a sudden jerk and the passenger will also feel the discomfort. So that to avoid or to negotiate this discomfortness and this jerk of the vehicle, we need to consider this transition curve, right? So why only the transition curve? Why it is considered? Why don't other curves, right? These are all questions may running in your mind. The transition curve is introduced because it gives a centrifugal force between the tangent point and the beginning of the circular curve. It introduces gradually the centrifugal force between tangent point and the beginning of circular curves. That means say consider it is tangent point and it is a circular curve, beginning of circular curve. This complete curve is considered to be a circular curve, right? At the beginning of this circular curve and at the tangent point, this is not here, from the tangent point to the beginning of circular curve, it will gives a introduction of centrifugal force gradually in this path or in this portion of alignment. And to enable the driver to turn steering, to enable the driver to turn steering gradually for his own comfort and securely, so that whenever the driver enters into this curve, he is not required to turn the vehicle suddenly. If that happens, you might have felt in the ghat sections. In the ghat sections, the driver it is necessary to tilt or turn his steering suddenly. In that case, the passengers will not be happening, will not be in the safe, or it is not discomfort. So in that case, it is necessary to avoid such a situations as we can possible. But in ghat section it is not possible, but on horizontal alignment in plain areas we can consider this effect, so that this transition curve will help in that section also. And next thing, the enable to gradual introduction of design super elevation. Whenever we are talking about the curve, so that the super elevation will also be there in the mind. So here, whenever the speed is gradually increased and the speed and the centrifugal force is gradually introduced, so that along with this the super elevation is also gradually increased, and the extra widening of the pavement can also be provided on the circular curve. And also it gives the most good aesthetic view to the pavements, to the alignment. So that based on these four reasons, the transition curve may be considered, and to have the safety against lateral jerk as well as the discomfort to the passenger, right. And the main conditions are to introduce gradually the centrifugal force between tangent point to the starting point of the circular curve, and then the driver is capable to turn the steering gradually, and then it is gradually introduced the designed super elevation, and as well as then extra widening on the circular curve, and also it is introduced a good aesthetic view to the alignment, right. After considering all these considerations, all these factors, with safeguard to the passenger movement or passenger vehicle movement, the transition curve is adopted. So here, along with this, there are different types of transition curves are there. In that, spiral, lemniscate, cubic parabola, we might have studied in our previous semesters, right. So here, based on this, all of the curve will give a same alignment, and each and every curve will deflect from 4-degree angle to up to 9-degree angle, right. These are all the transition curves. In these curves, the Indian Road Congress has recommended to use the spiral transition curve. Indian Road Congress recommends to use the spiral transition curve in horizontal alignment of highway. As we have studied that, why it is required? It is because it gives the satisfied requirements of an ideal transition curve, and then the geometry of this spiral curve is easy to place on the field. That means you can set out this curve on the field in simply way, so that this spiral curve is recommended, right. So here, once we comes into the spiral curve, and we may have to calculate the length of this transition curve based on speed, right, and based on the radius we may have to provide on the horizontal curve, and super elevation, right, and centrifugal accelerations. These are all factors are considered in providing the transition curve, so that these are all factors is also considered to find out the length of transition curve. So here, to find out this length of transition curve, we may have observed or we might have undergone to the three conditions. So the conditions are rate of change of centrifugal accelerations that can be gradually increased in a particular length, and the rate of introduction of designed super elevation, that is another case. And third one, the minimum length by Indian Road Congress given by some empirical formulas. So based on these three conditions, we might have calculate the length of transition curve. The first one is the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration and the rate of introduction of designed super elevation, and then empirical formula given by Indian Road Congress. Right. So here let us consider one by one. First one is as consider the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration. Whenever the centrifugal acceleration comes into mind, that is again it is considered to curve, and whenever the curve is considered and the centrifugal acceleration is considered, the transition curve is that will come into mind, so that the transition curve will be having some centrifugal acceleration. That centrifugal acceleration is mainly dependent upon how much the body is moving, how much speed the body is moving. So let us consider a particular curve with a center point and radius say r, right? So how much speed it is gaining to revolve around in this position. So based on this speed, the centrifugal acceleration will act, right? So here the Indian Road Congress has recommended the following equation, that is C is equal to 80 divided by 75 plus V here, right? And whatever you will get, that is the unit of centrifugal acceleration is meter per second cube, and this C will always lie in between 0.5 to 0.8, always should lie in between 0.5 to 0.8, and this V is considered in kmph. The V is considered in kmph. You have to be concentrate on this speed data. So in some problems we have to substitute in meter per second, in some problems we have to substitute in kilometer per hour, because we have not derived these equations. These equations are recommended by Indian Road Congress, so that we have to consider as they have suggested, so that we have to substitute the values given in the format, that is whether it is substituted in kmph or whether it has to be substituted in meter per second. To calculate the centrifugal acceleration, it is necessary to provide speed, it is necessary to consider speed in kilometer per hour, so that 80 by 75 plus V, and always the value will be in between 0.5 to 0.8. If it is not in between 0.5 to 0.8, you should reduce the speed, right? And then to calculate length of transition curve based on rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, that will be given with LS. LS is length of transition curve equal to VQ by C into R. Again this C is centrifugal acceleration, that is given by 80 by 75 plus V, right? This, so once you substitute V in kmph here, you will get some value. That value has to be substituted here as input in the place of C, and R is the radius of the circular curve. Remember, R is the radius of circular curve, and V is speed of the vehicle in meter per second. It is in meter per second. LS is equal to, that is length of transition curve based on the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, will be equal to VQ by CR, right? And here that can be converted to meter per kilometer per hour, dividing with 3.6, you will be getting with 0.02125 VQ by CR. You may remember any one of these two formulas to calculate length of transition curve based on rate of change of centrifugal acceleration. So let us discuss another two in next video, right? Thank you.